Talk Big T in Fairfield. Talk Big T. Long time no talk. What up, Talk Big T?
Talk to me. Top of it, fellas. Top of it. Happy Super Bowl week.
Happy Super Bowl week.
So to answer your question, I think it's kind of it's a split answer. I'm gonna go with Ambry Thomas / Logan Ryan. I think we got something with the Logan Ryan going to nickel, especially if Ambry struggles a little bit. I liked it, and I think that's something that Wilks. I think that's something that Wilks might be looking at if Ambry struggles early. Now, if you guys may, just let me cook for a second. I watched I got all the games recorded from the season. I took a look at the Jacksonville game because, honestly, I think that was our best defensive effort. Now, people might frown on Jacksonville, but at that time, they was rolling, right?
They were.
We came out in a five-man front on D-line.
Right.
I'm telling you, I think that now, why we haven't seen that since, maybe Wilks was like, hey, let me put that up, and then I'll bring that now. So let's look at that. Hopefully do that, and we balled out that game, defense. Now, with Bonte, you right, bro. It's a lot of plays in that Super Bowl that ain't being talked about. Everybody talk about the obvious stuff, but that pass interference on that 3rd and 10 before they scored that touchdown to go down 3 was huge. And then I'm gonna add to it. The Damian Williams little swing pass, that wasn't a touchdown. He was out at the half-yard line. So make them earn it on 4th and goal, but they didn't make them earn it. They gave them the touchdown. So, and then of course, Jimmy missed a lot of first downs, to Kittle and yada yada yada. A lot of PIs.
Well,
now,
the OPI, to me, the OPI was one of the worst calls I've ever seen. I went on Kittle before halftime, but keep going. Keep cooking.
Absolutely. So now, with that being said, as far as the CMC,
I like that 5-man front, though.
Listen, man. CMC, you right. He the offensive player of the year. They don't talk about it. I done tuned in and out of these little shows. You wouldn't even think we're in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, I don't understand. Like I said, I called y'all early in the year. We're a blue blood franchise. Yep. I don't get it, but I think a lot of these cats grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and we was dominating, and they just been hating us.
Yep.
So we're not gonna get no credit. Now, I'm gonna say this, and I said it early in the year. This year feels different. Fellas, we're on a mission. I'm telling you, we got this. We on a mission, and I don't think it's going to be close like everybody think. I'm going to leave y'all with this, and this not hyperbole. I mean this. 38-17. I'll see y'all Monday.
Wow, baby. Woo. What was his name? Keep that. Bookmark that.
Talk Big T.
Talk
Big T. He talks that talk. I do like that 5-man front. I forgot about that against Jacksonville.
Why do you like that?
Because it's good against the pass and the run, right? You can do various things. Like, I don't like Chase Young or Nick Bosa dropping back into coverage, right? But you can do a lot of zone blitzes with it. But it also tells the Kansas City Chiefs, all right, try to run the ball. It's going to be very difficult for you. We can still rush 5. We'll drop 7.
The thing that Jacksonville doesn't really have that Kansas City has, great tight end.
No, so, Jacksonville, Evan Ingram had over 100 catches this year.
I know, but he's not on Kelce's level, B.
Evan Ingram was the top 5 tight end this year. He's a good player. I know he's not Kelce.
Him to have Mark Andrews, George Kittle, Laporta, all those guys.
Go look at his year. Go look at Evan Ingram.
I look at Kelce up here.
Evan Ingram is a baller.
Like down here.
Evan Ingram is a baller.
He had a good year.
A
lot of
year.
good tight ends. Njoku had a great year. I don't put him anywhere near.
They still had Calvin Ridley. They still had who's my guy in the slot? Who's my guy in the slot that got hurt? Christian Kirk. Jacksonville's loaded offensively.
Okay. All right, I'll back down. I think Kelce's one
Travis
of the greatest players to ever play the position.
Zay Jones.
Agnew.
Evan Ingram this year, 114 receptions.
Okay.
963 yards.
I mean, at one time, Eric Johnson had 85 catches.
Yeah, but no, Evan Ingram's been doing this. That's disrespectful to Evan Ingram. That's a good player.
He's solid, but he's not Kelce, B.
Evan Ingram, look at what he's done. All right, so he played with the Giants, 64 catches, 722 yards as a rookie. He's got to Jacksonville, 73 catches, 766, 114, 963. Of course he's not Kelce. Nobody's Kelce. We're talking about the best tight end possibly in pro football history. So Kittle's not Kelce, for crying out loud.
Well, they're very different. The two tight ends are very different.
Evan Ingram ain't no bum, though. He ain't no bum.
I'm not saying he's a bum, but like
But they had the tight end with Evan Ingram, so you get the 5-man front. You worry about the 5-man front?
Well, because of Kelce. Like, I think Kelce commands so much respect and coverage, and I think that he dictates things. I'm not worried about him blocking. I'm worried about him running routes. He doesn't block.
With the 5-man front, you can have one of those guys chip Kelce coming off the line, whether it's Chase Young or Nick Bosa.
I don't love Chase Young dropping or one of those guys.
Not even dropping. All I'm saying is, as soon as the ball is snapped,
as
soon as the ball snaps, you get Chase Young in there. Chase Young gets some hands on him. Yeah. Baldy, what do you say about Kelce?
Hey,
Here's what Baldy said.
I'm open to whatever creates pressure.
Here's what where's Baldy's cuts at? How to defend Kelce? Here's Brian Baldinger.
I believe that you got to get hands on Kelce.
Yeah.
Like, you just can't let him get started. You can't let him get into your routes. And Baltimore really didn't do that. It's not really how they play. They can. If they had to do it all over again, they probably would change it. I think you got to get your hands on him, and it's worth it to do it. And make Mahomes wait on him, and if it's not there, make him go someplace else.
So that's, and with the 5-man front, you could do that. You get Chase Young or whoever it is, whether it's Reddy Gregory, just get your hands on Travis Kelce, disrupt the timing. However, how do you defend him? Because it feels like he's always open. Here's Baldy on what makes Kelce so hard to defend.
Well, I mean, first of all, you got to understand just how big Travis is. Like, he's got he's every bit of 6'5". He's got great length, and he's so smooth as a runner. And then he's got his hands are as fast as his feet. So, like, he can just be running in full. He never looks like he's running full speed because he glides. And that's when you watch him warm up. That's what he does. He just glides. So he covers a lot of ground very easily. And so when you get a player that has that sort of length, and then he can just glide, you almost can't be wrong sometimes if you're just throwing it to a spot. He's easy to locate when you're running a scramble drill, or it's the play after the X's and O's, is over and Mahomes now in scramble mode. Like, all those things make him an easy target.
So there's no doubt he's a problem, no matter what formation you run on defense, whether you're in the 3-4, 4-3, 5-2, you could be in 3-5-3. What does 2-6, the 2-6-3, 2 down linemen. You got 6 guys in the middle there, and 3 deep. No matter what formation you're running, Kelce's going to be tough to stop.
Well, and he just lines up essentially upright like a wide receiver, and he's very difficult, man. And they use him in motion, and they try to bunch him at times next to some of these other receivers to get a free release. He's a monster. I fear him even more than Pacheco, and I really fear Pacheco. But in terms of like the weapons, I feel like if you slow him down, keep him under 8 catches, under 80 yards, I think you can win this game.
Here's Peter King on how Pacheco could be the key to the game.
You want to give Patrick Mahomes the fewest number of possessions that you can. And in order to do that, thing they're going to have to do, the thing that I believe is really important in this game, is limiting Isaiah Pacheco. He has been an absolute piece of gold in these playoffs. And in my opinion, Mahomes is going to do his thing. He's going to make some plays. Kelce, and they're going to get good things done. But the problem is, as I see, if they have a diverse offense that day, I think that it's going to be hard for San Francisco to win unless they limit the number of possessions that they allow Mahomes.
Limit possessions, but also just limit Pacheco. I don't care about the possessions. You got to take something away. Are you going to make it one-dimensional? No. You put the ball in Mahomes' head and pass it around, could be trouble. But Pacheco is a problem.
I don't know if I agree with the limit possession. Like, it sounds great to say, limit the amount of possessions. How about get stops?
Well, that's how you limit possessions.
No, but like in terms of like, he's going to get the ball a lot of times no matter what. Like, put up points, get a couple stops. Like, that's the way I'm viewing this thing. I don't love, because like I'm viewing it through his perspective, like, slam the ball down their throat. I think you have to be more diverse on offense. I think you're going to have to throw the ball a little and be a little more aggressive than you would, in weeks past.
Yeah, you can't play scared offensively.
That's kind of what I'm going at. Like, it can't be a 40-run game.
But I hear
for the
what he
Niners.
said. But I hear what he said. You want to shorten the game up to limit the opportunities with Patrick Mahomes. And look, the type of possession went Philadelphia's way last year in the Super Bowl didn't matter because you get the fumble return by Nick Bolton.
Yeah.
You get the big punt return by Kadarius Toney, sets him up for first and goal. So that's something that I hear what Peter King is saying about limiting possessions. It's just forcing punts. How can you limit them and keep them out of the end zone and force them to kick field goal, instead of score touchdowns?
You were extremely frustrated with the clock, not just this year in the playoffs. I believe it was the Green Bay game where I don't know what they were doing with the clock before halftime.
Clock management.
But they did the same thing, basically, against Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl.
54.
And my thought was like Peter's, limit the possessions. Don't give it back to Mahomes. And looking back on it, I think I've amended my opinions. I think you have to be a little more aggressive. You get no biscuit if you don't risk it.
Yeah, you can't play scared. You got to score. You got to score. Who cares you know who's on the other side. You got to score. There's no doubt. There's no doubt about it. So clock management, Kyle, and what's funny is Kyle Shanahan's clock management issues used to be a big, big problem for Andy Reid. Andy Reid was known for having terrible clock management with his teams with Philadelphia. Hell, with his teams early on in Kansas City. Seems like he's rectified that with Patrick Mahomes, and now Kyle's trying to rectify that himself. Remember how Sean McVay had all the clock management coaches?
Yeah.
We need one of those. Help out Kyle with the clock management. Let's go.
Well, I think he's been really good at times this year, and then other times it's been a little baffling. I think it's a lot. Look, in real time, there's been issues that I've had with it.
Right.
But the data tells you they did do a pretty good job this year, doubling up, scoring before halftime, getting the ball back, and scoring again.
They were surprisingly good with Jimmy doing that.
I know.
Remember those numbers with Jimmy?
I know. So, I know you want to be perfect, and I know you want to nail everyone. To me, it's the timeout allocation. That's the more important thing, more than even the clock. Like, how are you utilizing your timeouts? Because I've seen them multiple times now. When I've been frustrated, it's because they didn't burn a timeout and then went into halftime scoring a field goal with an extra timeout in their back pocket that they didn't utilize, that they could have used to be more aggressive to throw downfield.
Yeah, don't want to repeat a Super Bowl 54. John Lynch
calling for timeout from the booth.
I went crazy.
You did?
I lost.
And
I lost it.
You and I argued about it.
No, I lost it. I just couldn't believe it.